Hello, everyone. I would like to present my paper. The title is The Diachronic Study of Marriage as a Political Coalition Metaphor in Indonesian Political Discourse. Uh, the studies of linguistics can be done synchronically within the same period of time and can also be conducted to examine its development and change over a period of time. So the diachronic study of language as the study of historical change can be examined to structural change, phonological, morphological, syntactical change, and also can be done to a meaning change, semantic and pragmatic change. And metaphor uh, can provide an image on its use on political discourse to conduct the study diachronically. So we can see here the types of two studies on language, synchronic and diachronic. So diachronic development can be studied by analyzing one of them, the use of metaphor and metonymy. In this study, the aim is to examines the diachronic use of marriage metaphor in Indonesian political discourse. The aim is to analyze the use of the marriage source domain of metaphor that are used to speak about the Indonesian political coalition and situation, and to compare the use of the metaphor before and after the direct election system is in effect in 2004, and also the dynamic in the of Indonesian political in 1998. So the ground theory of this study based on conceptual metaphor theory of Lakoff and Johnson, who says that metaphor is not merely a linguistics expression but lies at conceptual level. So there are two domains in conceptual metaphor theory. The first one is the target domain, which is the abstract domain, and needs to be described using the source domain, which is a more concrete domain in metaphor. Chilton also expresses that metaphor is important in political rhetoric, and it's not only used as additions to literal propositions, but it serves as modes of reasoning. And concerning the types of study of metaphor, there are four main trends. The first one is diachronically and synchronically in different cultures, cross-culturally at different historical periods, diachronically in one cultures or one language, and synchronically on a short-term basis. So this type of study based on diachronically in one language. So we can see the types of mapping used when political coalition express as marriage metaphor. So marriage as a source domain and political coalition as target domain. An example from Tempo magazine, October 29th, 2000, which says the marriage between PDIP and PKB only giving birth to 38% vote. So there are two terms of marriage used in this discourse to express about political coalition. Um, some relevant studies that examine the use of metaphor in political discourse, one of them by Andreas Musorf, that studies the use of war metaphor in political conflict, Britain versus European Union. Methodology of this study is quantitative and descriptive qualitative. So it's a simple quantitative. It's a corpus diachronic study, data source from political articles, Tempo magazine from 1980 to 2020. So using and concordant tools. And then the next stage is metaphor identification, interpretation, and metaphor explanation. Uh, the Tempo magazine online used as the source of the data from 1980 until 2020. So Angkor is actually a freeware multi platform corpus analysis toolkit that is used for this study. Um, so the research is mainly qualitative in nature to analyze the source domain and target domains of metaphor in political discourse from news of Tempo magazine. Uh, so there are actually specific methodology provided by Stefanovic, and in this study is conducted by searching source domain vocabulary. So this is done by using the approach to identify the lexical field of marriage from we can see mahar, pinangan, maminang, dipinang, and so on. So this is an example of the finding of the hits of the word mahar from the data, and this is the results of the data collection. The highest one was Mahar with 88 number of hits and 29 metaphorical expressions. So from 377 of all lexical terms of marriage metaphor, 99 of them use as metaphor. So this is based on clusters. All of metaphorical expression from cluster Jodo are recorded in use after 1998. So all of the data of the marriage metaphor used in political discourse, mostly about political party coalition, used after 1998. And it actually followed the dynamic change of Indonesian election system. Prior to 2004, it's not direct elections, but after 2004, all election from national level until regional level is directly elected by people, and it triggered the need for coalition from one party with another. And this dynamic has make it possible for the lexical items of marriage to be used in political coalition. In this cluster also, we can see the highest use of from these clusters, the Pinang, Maminang. The highest one is Pinangan with 19 metaphorical expressions. So first used in 2003 and still in use until the data shows 2018. This one is the use of Mahar as political metaphor started in use from 2004 and recorded until 2018. So prior to 1998, Mahar is not used as metaphorical expressions. So yeah, Mahar is actually also frequently used to express how a candidate will be propose or will propose a party to nominate the candidate to run for an election. So the use of Mahar as political metaphor started in use from 2004 and recorded until 2018. So prior to 1998, Mahar is not used as metaphorical expressions. So from distribution of use metaphorical expression by year, the first use can be found from 1993, which is only one. But after 1998, the number of metaphorical expressions are growing and reach its peak in 2004. So it with 18 metaphorical use. So after 1998, the record uh, are uh, kept in using for metaphorical expressions of marriage terms. So um, the conclusion is the change of socio-political aspect in society has brought an effect to the change of language. So um, in a concrete aspect that we can examine is the emergence and the extensive use of marriage terms metaphor, the widening of meaning, the broaden of meaning of marriage terms that is used in Indonesian political discourse. So what trigger is the need for political coalition of parties to be able to propose presidency or governor or region candidates has been conceptualized as a marriage between bride and groom. So the emergence of the marriage metaphor used in political discourse has also brought a new collocation that has never been used before, such as mahar politik and mahar pencalonan. So the semantic aspect of widening of meaning has also uh, uh, has also raised or has also emerged because of the change of Indonesian social dynamic. So this is actually shows that what happens in speech communities, socio-historical political change has also triggered the change of the use of language, especially in this study on semantic aspect. Thank you very much.